Hello, cartoon figure collectors. So here's a relatively recent release. This is by Good Smile Company, technically, but everyone knows them as Nendoroids. The company has a line of deformed characters called Nendoroid. So Kodansha is the company that owns this franchise called Attack on Titan. There's a little logo there, barely legible English. And you can see we have a little diorama set up here. We have the Colossal Titan, and then we have some smaller Titans, which are still quite large in the realm of this fake universe. It's numbered 1925. I don't collect too many Nendoroids, but obviously they've been quite busy. I mean, that's a lot of Nendoroids. Wow. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And then we got the little diorama scene, and more of that there. And legalese. You can change the faces, it looks like, so that's nice. It looks like it has two. Okay, nothing there. Okay. I just bought this locally online. Let's open this thing up. Something on the flap here. What's this thing? For $10 or so, or I don't know. Actually, the exchange rate's quite crazy now. So with 1,000 yen, you get 3 easel stands. I see it's more like a bipod that goes into the back. So it's an interesting type of stand. It doesn't raise the elevation of the figure itself. It just kind of leans against it. It'd be nice if there's one in here, so we'll find out. No piece of paper that I can see other than, oh, well, it's in here actually. Alright, well, you do have this flaming background. It's actually pretty nice. It looks like, I don't know, Photoshop or Illustrator. It's definitely digital. It's not a photograph. It's digitally created. Let's see. So 2 faces. 3, 4 maybe houses. Well, we'll just look at them. The stand, the people, the little Titans have stands also. Change the face, and then this one is in Japanese, I assume. Okay. On the bottom of this thing, we have some taped stuff in the bag. What is in this bag? Looks like the stand, some alternate hands. I'll get all these little bits out of the way first. Okay, yeah, the little Titan stands and some optional pieces for the big Colossal Titan, it looks like. And scissors. So it's nice that they separated each of the parts so they don't scratch each other during shipping. I'm not sure why they had to be put into another bag. Why couldn't this just be in a separate bag? Anyways. Alright, so we'll just prop this stand open a little bit. You can adjust the tension on this. You know, it's got Phillips screws and then a whole lot of peg holes. But it looks like, oh, there's 2 different sizes of pegs. So the big peg goes into the base and the little peg goes into the figure. Alright. It's not the tightest fit, though, to be honest with you. It's not going to rock loose, but it kind of spins easily. Maybe it's just, well, no, same thing there. I guess it doesn't matter. And then these tiny stands for the little Titans. This little peg goes like that, and I assume that goes into the back of the other one. Back of the figure. I gotta put these together because they're clear, and I think I'll lose them if I don't. Okay. So we have, they look like hands that can hold something, like a Lego-sized object. Actually, even smaller. Oh, maybe they're supposed to rest on the wall or something. It looks like we have an extra joint here, but it's very large, so I don't know if it's a torso joint or a neck joint. These could be arms? I'm not sure. Or hips? We'll find out, I guess. Let's get this thing open. nice, no tape. Alright, so these are taped in. Oh wow, there's actual humans, little tiny humans. Okay. Let's go into the wall. Oh, it seems to be multiple pieces. So, I don't see anything that joins the wall other than this little tongue and groove thing here. But I guess maybe these have to do with the molding process, or maybe they intend to have another set with other Titans, and eventually you'll have a massive wall. That would be kind of crazy. But if that is the case, well, I guess it makes sense that it's just round, because I think in the cartoon it might be a rounded wall. Anyways, to break through the wall, as you can see this image here, it's pretty good. You know, the crack and stuff, and like how three-dimensional it is. So that's a well done crack in the wall. I suppose you could paint it dark gray to make it look even more realistic. I only wish the actual main sections, like here, had a brick pattern. It's clear that these are all bricks, but this is just smooth. Maybe it has to do. I think that's because the mold came this way. It's not coming that way, so that's the reasoning. But they could have, I think, designed the part the other way around. Maybe it just would have been cool if it had a brick pattern. Because obviously this one, the mold piece had to come out of the mold this way, because they have the cracks there. So these pieces are kind of loose. You might want to glue these together or put some poster putty in there, which I think I'll do actually. It's quite loose. Alright, so houses. We have 3. We have this tiny one. I do wish it had windows. Yeah, this is like 2 houses joined in one with a chimney. This is a different 2 houses, or maybe 3 houses. There's 3 roofs on this one and 2 chimneys. So it's kind of cool. They're like the houses in the cartoon. You can make some alleys like that. Naturally, I wish there were more, but I'm gonna guess maybe they're gonna actually expand upon these. You know, have another set with all these pieces again, so eventually you can have a giant diorama. Let us hope that's the case. Okay, so we got this Titan here. I recall this Titan, I don't know what its name was, but he's this kind of stern-faced Titan with brown hair. It's like it's brown hair. And then this thing just pegs into its back, and well, you know what's weird? It's floating. Let me peg this in the back first. Unless there's 2 different height stands here. Oh, maybe there's 2 different heights. Oh yeah, look at that. So they thought about it all. So these little L-shaped stand pieces are different lengths. Alright, so this one goes with this person, or whatever that is. There's no sexual organs on Titans, so I guess that's a guy Titan. A eunuch now. Well, look at this. This is cool. This one here has a movable arm. I forget the name of this one, but this is an iconic Titan. This is the one that ate Eren Yeager's mother at the very beginning of the series. And it's really cool because you can see the mouth. You know, it's quite open. Oh, look, it's actually got a ball peg. So, look at that. You can get a little articulation. Oh, I see what's going on. Where are those humans? Oh, so sadly, let's take a look at these humans. This could be Eren's mother right here. This is a small figure. Oh, I apologize for my dry fingers. Yeah, I think this is Eren's mom. Wearing the, like, some sort of, not a dress. What are those things called? Apron. I think he's wearing an apron. So naturally, if you're really, really skilled and you have really good vision or magnifying glasses, you can paint that. So then what is this? I think this is actually, yeah, this is a combatant, or a soldier, I guess? and is wearing the vertical maneuver gear. So this is the front of the soldier, and then I guess those are supposed to be cables, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure out who this might be. It's so small, it's crazy. It almost looks like Armin or something. Okay, what about this one? Well, this must be Mikasa, I'm thinking. And yeah, you can see the swords now facing forward. Alright, so sadly, in that cartoon, if you haven't seen it, you can replicate what's going on here, where this Titan actually eats the mother of a young kid, and I'm trying to see if I can get it to fit into the hand. Wow, that is crazy, Nendoroid. Good job. I mean, this thing is so small. I gotta get the ruler, hold on. Yeah, this Titan is like 32 millimeters, or an inch, one and a quarter inches or something. And then Erin's mom, I forget her name. This thing is like a centimeter, 10 millimeters. Or it's crazy. I don't know, a quarter? I stopped even using the inch scale. It's just silly. Okay, well, that is quite a surprise. I was not expecting that amount of detail. I was just assuming it'd just be like the other Titan. You just peg it in and that's it. But you can actually play with this tiny little Titan character. Let's get the back in there. We'll say the feet are kind of floating there. They're close. It's weird that it really aren't even feet. It's a really stylized cartoon here, so wow. Well, alright, I'll mess with that later. Alright, on to the main show. So they have some protective plastic to keep them from getting scratched, so that's nice. Let's see this one also here. There we go. So let's start with this one. Just the regular introductory look, I guess. He's looking over the wall. It's such a crazy design. The teeth coming way out here. The eyes are well painted. You know, the pupils, the color of the eyes. And then this does look like, it looks like a skin tone. It doesn't look like bone. You know, bone I think is, well, I don't know. I don't know what natural bone looks like. You know, I think the image of bone is usually bleached white, but maybe that's not what bones look like on Titans. It just looks like a skin tone to me, really, a flesh tone. Okay, and then yeah, all the musculature and weird, maybe it's cartilage. These whiter sections. They're not white. They're again like a skin tone. So it's like a skin tone on a red muscle body here. Let's see about this head here, articulation wise. Yeah, alright, so that's what that extra joint was for. It's for the head. And so being a ball hinge, you can get, well, let me get that thing back into the torso. Okay, pretty good forward. And the back, not so much, unless maybe the peg has to pull out of the, yeah, the peg has to pull out a little bit. But yeah, you can get it to look up. And then if it's a ball, you can rotate it, you know, and start getting some side to side. You'd have to rotate the ball first, like that. And maybe you gotta do it outside. This top part of the hinge is really tight. No, I can't seem to twist it. But you get the idea. If this thing went 90 degrees, you could have side to side tilt, but I probably won't do that. This is good enough, something like that. Alright, so that's cool. In fact, well, now I guess we should leave the head on for the articulation. So the shoulder is just a hinge. It's just a peg. There's no ball or anything like that. So no butterfly effect or anything like that. Same with the elbow. It's just a hinge. And you'll see the graphic breaks up a little bit. There's no way around that. And then these hands, they're just like calm hands, wavy hands, I guess. Yeah, it's a real shame there's no ball or butterfly, because I'd like to have this hand out here to the side waving. You can't really, well, that's the best wave you can do. Hello. Alright. And then it looks like the torso, there's no articulation. There's no cut in the middle. So that's just one solid chunk. Alright. You can see that fell off. It is labeled right, R. And so the top of the hips here, they're just hinges as well. There's a peg. And so you can't really swing those forward either. I guess the only swing is in this hinge. So you can rotate it like that, and then you can, you know, pivot it a little bit. And then the knee is a hinge also, and the foot has no articulation at all. So yeah, we do have to remember this is a pretty short figure. In fact, let's measure this guy. I would say 9.5 centimeters, or around 3 3/4. Alright. So I am a little curious. We have this alternate arm, it looks like. Or two alternate arms. What makes them different? This one says R. Oh, I know. This is so it can go over the wall. Alright, let me first put this back together. So right now, where's the wall? I guess you can rest the hand up there. Actually, it will rest on the wall, like that. Right. I think it'd be better, though, with the alternate hand, because it actually has what looks like to be like some sort of, you know, crevice, kind of, sort of. Maybe it makes no difference there. No. But you'll see, it kind of collides with the head of the thing. The head actually collides with the arm, so it can't get the thing much higher, so that's too bad. So I have a suspicion maybe these arm parts are what are going to get around that. Let's take this out. Okay. So this thing is that butterfly I was looking for earlier. I see. So this is what's going to happen now. Move this forearm to this bicep piece. I'll do the same on this side. Pull this out. This pegs into the shoulder or torso. And then I need this thing back. Get in there. Okay. Alright, so now you can get the arm to rest on that wall easier, I think. You know, the guy's just a little bit too short, I think. Or I feel like his shoulders could have been if he was a little bit taller, you know, I think it would have been better. Or maybe the intention is the stand. Okay, the stand is probably supposed to be used. So we'll peg this into the back. Get that down so it's resting there. Oh, but you see, hold on. I want to have it forward like this. And now he's elevated. Right, so now he can look down over the wall, peering down on the little people inside this this place. Alright, you know what? I think the angle of this camera is a little too high now. Alright, so now you can see he has the ability to peer down. If you really want to exaggerate, you could just float him up off the stand. Right, like even higher. Haven't really. Well, that's a little too high, obviously. Looks like he's jumping. Well, you can see the arms, you know, they're not the tightest fits. They're just falling apart here. So you kind of want to just pose it and then never touch it. You know, the playability of this is not very high, it seems. Yeah. Let me get this camera back up because we got to change the face out. Okay, but it's nice that they gave us the arm pieces, but honestly I think they could have designed it to have a butterfly, you know, like a ball joint in the shoulder, and that would have solved all the problems. It would have been more durable as well. It wouldn't fall apart as much because the torso is wide enough. I'm not sure why they chose to do it this way. It's very strange. Okay. The head. Alright, so the forehead is a separate piece. Ooh, that's really freaky there. And then, alright. So, I don't know if I like this face so much, but there's even red paint down there on the bottom of it. So you'll see the ears actually, oh, this one has an opening mouth. So actually, maybe I do like this one. Alright, let's get the forehead back on here. Alright, so it looks pretty angry right there. Where this one's just like, what's up? What's happening? What are we doing for lunch? But this one's like, ah, man, I'm hungry. Hungry for humans. But this is awesome here. The fact that the mouth opens. I'm going to take it out. See if we can open it further. Take this out. I'm just looking for like a tongue or something, but no, I don't really see it. Some sort of weird geometric shape in there. So, sadly, he could mimic this Titan eating a soldier, or sadly again, Aaron's mom, or maybe this guy's at a buffet now and is eating all three people. Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta say, that was unexpected as well. I didn't even notice on the packaging. You know, I'm doing this on the fly. I don't really prepare for my videos. That's why they might seem long, because I'm basically discovering things as I open these. I don't want to like go into it prepared. I want to know what my reactions are for real. So, oh, well, I guess I didn't need to do that. Okay, well, let me, you know what, I am going to put that other old arm on. I'm going to leave this one with the alternate arm and this one with the original arm, because this thing just falls apart. I don't like how this arm is falling apart like that. Yeah, this is much tighter, nicer way to go. That's the wrong one. There is a left and right arm, it seems, so I put the wrong upper arm there. Let's put this here. Alright, so that matches better. Alright, well, see? Falls apart. Not good. Not a good design. See, it's actually colliding with the torso. That's not helping the cause. The second problem is there's no like bulge at the end of this pin. If it was a bulge, it would get past that and then trap it somewhat. But without that bulge, it just gets forced off as it collides with the torso, I think. Oh, no, I put that in upside down. I think it's supposed to go like this. Yeah, so that pin is not really capturing the bicep piece. Right? It's also gappy. It's it's simply not very good. Okay, but you can get two different looks with the two different arms, I guess. So let me pop the head back on. We're going to have to put it on the stand so I can look down on the people. So let's take a look at a couple of the figures this could go with if you ignore the diorama part. So here's a Nendoroid Darth Vader, and it's interesting that this might be a clone. Let me see here. Actually, if I look at the base, there's nothing written on the base of this. It's definitely official. I can't remember if this Darth Vader is a copycat or not. There are copycat Nendoroids. It's hard to say. The overall quality is nice though, so I think it's original. Okay, well anyways, yeah, Darth's a little taller because he also has a taller stand. But they look like they could live in their own little cartoon universe, you know? They could look like a freak from Star Wars. So, yeah. This is a bobblehead doll from, boy, I think Funko Pops or something? Yeah, it says Funko on the bottom. But it's quite large, this Boba Fett there. Again, the stand is really making it even taller. But even without the stand, it's pretty tall. But it does bobble. That thing's bobbling like crazy. And then this is a Hot Toys Cost Baby, Stan Lee. And this stand's nice and sharp. It's nice that they tell you what it is, you know. All my car collectible models, they don't tell you what the car is. I find that really strange. Okay, well, Boba Fett's nodding in approval. Okay, that's a little too crazy. Boba, calm down, just watch the show. Alright, well anyways, these cartoon deformed things, they all fit in, I think. Even Stan Lee here can fit in to a nice display with these Nendoroids. So, alright, let's get a final shot on these things. Alright, there we go with the little diorama. I think this is a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I like it. I guess one other criticism is this Mikasa figure. It doesn't actually have like a round disc, you know, to help her stand like the other warrior figure. Yeah, you know, this one, I still have poster mount putty having that thing stand, but this one there's no way. So I just put in the hole in the top of the wall. I'm not sure why there are holes in the top of the wall right now, but I have to assume they're future-proofing to maybe have a stand come off this and then have a flying warrior or Survey Corps character like flying off the wall and attacking a Titan. So I can't say for sure, but I would have to guess that they are planning to release other Titans with these wall pieces, and then they'll have, you know, more, so that eventually you could probably have a really cool diorama. You know, hopefully they'll have more regular humans, and then the warrior Survey Corps humans, and then naturally a little more Titans, and then the big Titan. So I have to assume the armored Titan would probably be next, because that's the Titan that actually broke through this wall in the cartoon, I think. Or am I wrong? Maybe he sent a rock through it. I forget already. Anyways, it's a great cartoon show. I can't recommend that show enough. I watched it free on billybilly.tv. No affiliation. Just, it was a free app on my television. So yeah, this is great. Maybe someday I'll actually make a diorama. Like I could 3D print my own city that looks like this cartoon. But right now I'm pretty happy with the way it is. It's pretty neat. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Nendoroid video.